Hi, Cancer. This is Just with your March 15th to the 31st, 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Cancer, as you can see from the tagline, that some of you will be dealing with pieces left behind. And for all of you that can relate to this message, it will be different. Some of you will be love focused, and while others of you, it just may be work and family. Okay. But I do see that it will be something that Cancers kind of have to deal with a serious issue in your life. Now, there is a death. This could be literal. My condolences for any of you that can relate to that part. But there will be an ending, something that feels like a death, right? It sends you through somewhat, not the severe emotions of losing a loved one. You know, that's a severe emotion to get over, but it is likened to a death, because whatever this thing is for some of you that you have to come to accept that it is no longer, it is something that you put a lot of energy, time, effort in, and you really invested a lot, money, energy, like I said, time, and you were very hopeful that this situation would materialize to be all that you thought, all that you dreamed, all that you desired. For some of you, there may have been signs and signals that something would go awry, or that this thing would not last. But I feel for some of you, particularly some Cancer women, did not necessarily want to see, and for Cancer men, it would be the woman in your life, or the feminine aspect. It was not something that you were really ready to accept. Right. And you may have found yourself praying, hoping and wishing that it wasn't true. Your intuition was wrong this time. That knee-jerk reaction that you were having, those little, insistent signs that kept coming up were playing tricks on you. But in fact, now, month of March, some of you are now having to address that fact, deal with it, accept it, and in fact, pick up the pieces that are left behind. And what are those pieces? Well, for some of you, will be your heart. You're right. Others of you will be a sense of stability if you are asked to leave sooner than you expect from a job. And while others of you, it will be, again, accepting the inevitable. Some of you are making this choice. So not everyone this is not being placed upon every Cancer that can relate. Some of you are the ones that's closing the door, walking away, saying, the curtain is closed. But what lies in wait? Well, after you get over this sense of confusion, at times even, fantasizing about what was once, something special to you, you will get to a place where great opportunity meets you. And you'll find that this was needed. This was necessary, albeit very difficult. Things that will come out of this will be very beneficial for you. Now, I feel that some of you have got to be careful through this process. It won't be an easy one, and you may result to your old ways of doing things that don't serve you, right? So some of you may find yourself falling into the arms of someone that is a toxic relationship. You cannot depend on this person. It never results in anything good, but you find yourself falling back in that direction because for some reason that person makes you feel good and they know how to supply your needs. It may be something that has to do with all lust. It may have something to do with, an addiction of some sort. So be very careful. This time frame will call for you to really have your wits about yourself. You guys have everything you need to get over this situation by yourself. You do not need someone, something to aid you through the process and to numb you. You need to feel the feelings that you're feeling, and you need to organically process and purge, because that's part of this process as well. Now, for some of you, it will have to do with your family. Okay. Children is what I see here. And that's the hardest part here. For some of you that have family, you're trying to decide, how are we going to make this whole thing work, or how will we transition. But I do see in the second week that there's going to be clarity. Opportunities will come in ways that are not seen right now. So if someone is out of work, there will be an opportunity that will come down the line. I'm feeling particularly Taurus season. Or some of you may even be all the way in, Virgo season. And it may not happen now. It may not happen until, summertime when you get laid off. And then in September, sometime around then, you'll get another opportunity. So whatever you felt was all lost, And you will feel in the second week that you're feeling very lost, confused. Like at first you said, okay, I don't know exactly how I'm feeling. I don't know. I'm not ready to make a decision. A decision was in fact made for you, or you made the decision. After having made that decision, or the decision being made, you became very confused. You were not sure if it was the best thing for you to do. And then you started to see that, well, actually, in fact, it was the best thing for me. Okay. Things will work out in the midst of heartache, pain, anguish, and, to some extent, I see just like feeling up and down about a situation. I don't see this immense anguish, but again, it will, challenge you to go back to doing things that you really don't want to resort to any old ways, So, rise to the occasion, and become the better you out of this situation. Now, as we look into finances, some of you are possibly waiting for an income tax check. And some of you, it will take 2 months, others 2 weeks to 2 months. Others of you, it will be a week, or a month. Okay. No more than 2 months will it take for you guys to receive the funds that you're waiting for. And that will be May is what I get. A lot of things will be changing and turning around for some of you in May. Others of you, it could be in upwards of 10 days. In 10 days, life will feel a whole lot differently for you guys than it is right now. So just hold on to that. Things will change. Okay. A change will come. Now, this will be a very fast week. You will find that people are saying and doing things very quickly. It's going to be very hard for you to keep up and to process things. You may find that work is a little out of your scope right now, especially if you're dealing with an emotional aspect in your life. If you're trying to heal and get over something, you may find you a bit slower mentally. You may someone may tell you something, or you may have to make a decision, or someone will make a decision that will have you up and down, not really knowing how to handle the situation, not knowing how to take this information, really not knowing how. But in fact, if it is an end, again, like I said, if it's an end, it will be in your best benefit, even though you're not going to be able to see it, the first 7 days as I'm giving you this message into the second week. Okay. But the first 10 days of April, things could change, or by the first 10 days of May, things really change for you. And there's opportunity here for some of you to reconcile. There will be healing. For some of you, it's going to be personal healing. For others of you, there'll be healing in this relationship. I do see it won't happen in the month of March. So let's scratch this month, because this will be a month of kind of sifting through whatever is being said, whatever decisions is made. There's this up and down energy of, things not settling properly. And, it's just like a lot of dust and a lot of emotion that's going to be going on. Okay. So there will be this on again, off again, energy going on in the 2 weeks in March. But as we get into perhaps the first 10 days of April, but I feel more strongly in May, in Taurus season, that you guys will have an opportunity to reconcile again. Okay. And the family will come together, particularly if there is a family. I do see that there may be an opportunity to reconcile and to heal the situation. These 2 weeks, there may need to be this 2 weeks apart, this evaluating, trying to decide what's best for the relationship. So some of you, there will be a reconciliation, and someone will be going out of their way to get you back, to, say, no, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to do whatever it is to get my family back, to make things right again. And I do see that there's an opportunity for that, for things to kind of come full circle. And others of you, if you're meant to really move on to something else, then this will completely end. And if that is the case, it has to end for a reason, because something that needs to happen that you can't control, the other person can't control, it's time. It has to happen for them or for you. And therefore, this has got to end in order for that to happen. I do see a lot of healing here. New opportunities will come for you guys. There may be a male energy in your life that may be giving you a hard time, may become very callous and cold toward you. Okay. And this is, again, an opportunity, particularly for Cancer ladies, to not resort to your old way of doing things, but to rise to the occasion. Now, as it relates to love, I think we've talked about that, right? We've kind of glossed over that. So for those of you that in part of what I was speaking about in the beginning, things will work out, whether you break up and then new opportunities come your way, or something that is very karmic. So someone will be coming into your life that is really meant to be in your life. I feel, again, during an earth sign, so Taurus season. And for some of you, especially if you're a single woman, without child, or child is grown, but I feel you are without child, you may find yourself having a child, having a family, welcoming a family this time next year or within 10 months, So drastic changes are happening. Again, you can't see it right now with this moon card, but in time, things will be revealed to you. Be very careful. I feel like there's someone that has the gift to gab. Someone talks really fast and they feel like every time you say something to them, they can come up with something really, really quick. They are a manipulator, and that is something that they are well versed in. And it's not going to change. So the authentic person you will never see, because authenticity is not something that they are a master in. They're a master in illusion and showing you what you want to see. So be careful with that for those of you that are dating. I feel if you are dating, you will not necessarily find someone that you want. You may say, oh, it's a couple. Yeah, it's good and bad. Some good apples out there, not so great. But you're not going to be really in a great space right now to want to indulge in dating happily. Okay. There may be a mother, a female figure, however, that will be your confidant, will be your right hand, will help and guide you through something that at the end of it, where you may have been in a dark place, after speaking to her, spending time with her, you feel much better. You feel really happy about the situation. And now you're equipped with the proper tools to be able to move forward and handle this thing in the right way. That just might be me if you guys are listening to this. So I think that's it. That's what I have for you guys for the 2 weeks remaining in March. I would love for any of you who would like to, and I wanted to mention this, and I should have said it at the beginning. I don't know how long everyone's listened to this reading, but thank you to everyone who has taken the time to leave messages, both personal and down in the comment section below, to give me some insight and entrust me with what's going on in your personal life. I do appreciate it. I know that Cancers aren't necessarily the fastest people to want to share. You guys are very private and you are sacred with the things that are meaningful to you. And so the fact that you've imparted some of your personal experiences, I do appreciate it, and it hasn't been taken lightly, believe me. So thank you for that. And with this, if you would like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you would like something personal with me, I can be reached in the description box below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Cancer.